Wonder if I can get this frigging thing working. Orientation is locked. Right, hang on. I can fix that. Auto rotates on though. How's that worked? Can't work this out. Orientation is locked. Rotate device. Why would I want to rotate the bleeding device? Can you let me know if I'm the right way up, everyone, or am I the other way up? I must be wrong way up, because that looks like it's wrong way up. Frick's sake. How do I fix that then? Right, hang on, everyone. Why has it done that? Oh, come on, don't do me head in. That was horrific, that angle then. Right, hang on. Oh, here we go. Right, we're laughing. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's all going wrong. Are you wonk donk? You all right, love? I'm trying to get this bleeding. Even though the rotate's on, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's saying there's a problem. The reason why the camera's so close is because I can't see comments. And my computer, which just happens to be work's computer, what's going on with me eye? I use that on my personal sign-in just to read comments. Anyway, when I try to put my password in, it just types up all this weird stuff, so I'm going to have to tell my boss tomorrow that I might have broke the computer again. Well, that I haven't broke the computer, it's just doing something. It's probably something stuck under the keyboard or something. It's not broken, but I just can't use it. Who's here? Wonk Donk's here. Julian Forrest. Hiya, Julian. My mate Saeed. Oh, your mate said hello. Is that? Julian Forrest, you're not related to Angie, are you? From Uldo, my good friend. LeBlaxed, hello. Not heard from you for ages. Well, we're about 2.9 stone off that pole dance, but I'm pretty sure there was. Look at me here, it's dead lank. I'm pretty sure there was definitely something attached to that. And if I look weird, it's because I can't see properly. And my glasses are upstairs and I can't be bothered going getting them. My eyesight was all right, and then I went and got reading glasses from opticians, and it's going worse now. Oh, Andy Buckley. Andy Buckley used to go to Save Chad with me. Him. He used to look like, if it's the same one, I don't think he looks like him anymore, but he used to look like Axl Rose. Sue Southern, are you, Sue? So it is Andy Buckley who used to go to Save Chad, Julian. Tell him I said hello. Or is this Andy Buckley using a pseudonym? Anyway, I've been right busy this week, everyone. He's the one. Did he tell you to watch the channel? I don't get it. Anyway, everybody, thanks for coming on. I weren't even going to do a live, you know. In fact, no, I'm lying. I were gonna do one a couple of nights ago because I were fuming. I don't know what were up with me, but like most of the time I'm like laughing and joking, but I were fuming the other night. Thanks, LeBlaxed. Yeah, I were absolutely fuming the other night. You've been just, no one's done anything, no one's said anything, but everyone irritates you. Like everybody, like even people driving down the road towards me were bugging me with the faces. I don't know what it were. I think it's the change, me. I think I'm in the early stages of change. Because I'm starting to turn into a very cantankerous person. You know, like I can't watch the news because I'm irritated by the people that are presenting it. It's like I've said this before and no one's said the same, but it's like I can see through all the BS now, and now I can't not see it, if you know what I mean. That's how I feel. I just feel irritated by everybody. Not everyone on here though, just the other day. So we're going to do a live, and I thought no, because you're not in a good mood, Sarah. Julian Forrest, no, I told him that I watched. Oh, right. So do I? Oh, anyway, I don't know, Julian. Do I know you, Julian? Jules KKS, hi, Sarah. I am late. I see. You're not actually. I've only just come on. And I don't know how long I'm going to stay on. I'm going to do at least half an hour, I think. Then I'm going to get into my wonderful bath and have a soak. But I wanted to show you what I've been doing in the kitchen, and I want to show you what I'm going to be cooking tomorrow for a cooking video. And I'm going for it tomorrow, everyone. I'm going for it. In a way I've never gone for it before, because I'm doing, well, I'll show you in a bit. Taib, hello Taib. How are you doing? How did you deal with last week's heat wave? It was a nightmare. Outside, I don't like heat, so Christ knows why I'm going to Egypt in November. Jules, I'm 47. I'm 48 in October on the 7th. I was born in 1975, and I'm due my Botox, because look, it's all my, and you know I was looking the other day, all my eyes are sagging. Well, I've got hooded eyes anyway, but they're getting worse. But yeah, just going back to yours, Taib. Yeah, it was warm, but it was all right in this house for some reason. It were fairly cool. Like my neighbours were saying, can't cope, you know, couldn't sleep last night. But I mean, I was sleeping with quilt on, so I don't know what that's all about. Julian says no, he didn't know me. I know who it's Julian. Thanks for watching anyway, lovey. I'm surprised you know that I know Andy though. Oh, he must have told you. I used to fancy him when I was a kid, you know. I did. I think he knows. He should know. I don't think I ever got lucky though. And he's a married man now, isn't he? So, Wolf Gamer Productions. Hello, how are you? Wow, there's loads of people in tonight. I feel really, what's the word? Can't even think what the word is that I'm really feeling, but oh no, my mum's ringing me. Mum, I'm live. I can't speak to you. I'll have to drop a call. So what else was I going to say? I got thrown then for mother ringing me. Sounds hormonal, sweetie. You know what, Sue? Yeah, I think it is, and it's got to be, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's going to come a point where everything's going to start changing, and I've looked on like NHS website, and like my cousin Sarah told me that she went to doctors, and not about that. I don't know what she went for, but I think she might have asked the question about, like, you know, preempting it. This was a few years back, and they said that they don't do tests for hormones, which I find crazy, because I remember back in the 90s, my ex-boyfriend's mother-in-law was on HRT. Well, they must have tested her, surely. I don't know. I'm going to make an appointment anyway and go to doctors and see what they say, because if I need hormones, I'm having them. If I can have them, of course. Wolf Gamer Productions. You seen The Walking Dead? Yeah, I watched the first 2 series and then it was getting on my wick, so I just stopped watching it. But you know, like when something, when you like bulk watch something, it can get repetitive, can't it? And that's how it felt. I'll probably go back and watch the rest of it. Oh, way up, something went wrong. It's my birthday today, Wonk Dog. How old are you, Wonk Dog? Happy birthday. Wolf Gamer Productions. I've seen all the Walking Dead 11 seasons, and there's a new movie out. New movie called Talk to Me in cinemas. That fella who plays it, Walking Dead, you know, the main character, he's English, isn't he? He was in a really, really good program about 15 years ago with Leslie Sharp, and I think it was called, oh, what was it called? Afterlife, and it's fantastic. If you've not seen it, you need to see it. These things need to catch up. Taib, who says, sorry, you don't look 48, late 30s maybe. Oh, thanks, love, but I do look 48. I do. Well, actually, I'm not 48 yet. I will be, though, next month. But you know what? this is the thing with age, right? People seem to, sometimes, women especially, can be really embarrassed about their age. But I think you've got to remember, if you're that way inclined, like if you don't want to get older, well, I'd rather get older than have the alternative, and we all know what the alternative is. So if you're not getting older, you're getting. And I think it was Vanessa Williams that said it live on an interview, that, you know, getting older is a privilege, and it really is, because I know plenty of people, friends of mine, that have not seen that age. So I'm looking forward to getting older. I'm not looking forward to the thing. Jules, see if you can get a test for pre-menopause, Sarah. I'm going to speak to doctors and just see what they said, Jules, and take it from there. But whatever I need, if I need the tablets, I'm going to have them. And if I can't have them, because there's a couple of things in terms of family links, like my grandma, she died of breast cancer, but it's my father's mother. So I don't know if that would cause a problem for me having stuff like that, I'd have to say. But there's all sorts of, I'm taking, what's it called? Red clover. Our Sarah said try red clover. Sarah, you got any? Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Wolf Gamer Productions, I'm great. Thanks, Sarah. About you? I'm really good, thank you. Taib, Sarah, you got any suggestions how to get rid of dandruff? Yes, I have. Go and get some apple cider vinegar, wash your hair, and then rinse your hair in water and apple cider vinegar. Dilute it 2 to 1, 2 water, 1 apple cider vinegar. But the other thing that I would encourage you to do, don't just take my word on that, just Google apple cider vinegar dandruff and it works. And apple cider vinegar is really good topical, it's good for antiseptic. In fact, I've got a book on vinegar upstairs. Before I finish this live, remind me, and I'll run upstairs and get it, and I'll read you the passage about what it does, or vinegar, what that does. Wonk Donk's 39 today. Excellent. The big 4-0 next. The big 4-0. What did I'm looking for my cam. What did I do when I was 40? I think I sat in on my own. It's what I do for most birthdays, to be fair. I don't really bother about them. Wolf Gamer Productions and Andrew Lincoln, that's it, yeah. Sue says happy birthday, Wonk Donk. And then Wonk Donk says back, thanks back. Troopers Travels, the Raw Marsh Explorer. Hi, stranger. Hope you're well. Do you know me as well, Troopers? Jules K5, happy birthday, Wonk Donk. And then Wonk Donk saying thanks. So, let me show you, everybody, what I've been doing, because I've been right busy. And I'll show you what I'm cooking tomorrow. Don't mind the mess in the house. You know what I'm like. Real life over here. Right, so, does anybody remember the sink? If you've been watching my videos, let me just put light on. If you've been watching my videos, the cooking ones specifically, you'll know that I've had a problem with this sink. In fact, underneath, I still have a little bit of a problem, but I'm trying to get rid of it. But basically, all of this, just move this out of the way. All of this here had all mould on it. And it been grade into wood, and I couldn't get rid of it. And it was just all a mess, all peeling off. So you know what I did? I sanded it all back, and then I put this coating thing on it, so I think it looks better. Now, tomorrow's cooking video, if you know what this is the fruits of, literally the fruits of my labour in the garden, which I didn't really labour for it, to be fair. I just planted some rhubarb. So tomorrow I'm going to make a very, very small singular rhubarb and custard, but I'm going to oh shit, left that light on. I'm going to make the custard from scratch, and I'm going to make the crumble that's going to go on top of the rhubarb myself. So it should be a good video. And I've never ever in my life made what's it? What gets these comments? Never made custard ever from scratch. So I'm gonna have a go. I've got the eggs, I've got the vanilla, I've got the milk, I've got everything. So I'm just gonna do it. Let's have a look. Oh, Troopers, Travel and Raw Marsh Explorer's not been on for a while. That's why. Wolf Gamer Productions, you've stopped after season 2 or halfway season 2. It gets better. I think it was after season 2 because I don't think I bothered to like get the season 3. You know when it came out. Sure, my eyes are drooping. Jules, how is the dress coming on? Right. So, to be fair, I finished the silver dress, and there's no way I'm going to get it on my body. It's well, let's call it a sample size. But one thing, it was just a learning curve that I just thought, let's see if I can pull a dress together. I think I managed to do that. I learned a lot from it, but I'll show you because they're right here, Jules. I've got these patterns. So you see, where is it? Here it is. You see these patterns here? Now, if you look beyond the cheesy, old-fashioned thing and look at the style of the dress, if you get this dress, for instance, here, that's actually really nice. It's a gorgeous wrap, halter neck. So, what I did the other day, I hoisted my machine. So it was in the kitchen in front of the mirror. But I've moved it now. I've put it upstairs. I had to hoist it into the attic. So I put it up there out the way in the attic. I got a new body which is bigger, which I can adjust to size, so I can make clothes that are going to fit me. And as I diet down, you know, I can make it smaller because the one that I've got is like a size 12, and I'm not a size 12. Clearly, you can see that. So if I want to make clothes for myself, I've got to make. Anyway, point is, it's all upstairs, and this weekend I'm going to Rotherham for 2 reasons. One, I want to go to Rotherham Market on Saturday because last time I was at the Asian shop a few months back, I was talking to a fella outside. You go to the Asian shops, like the Asian grocers, there's one in Grinnikers. They've got like big, massive fruit and veg displays outside. Anyway, I'm looking around there and I wanted some sag because I wanted to make a sag curry. It all went wrong. I don't even think I posted the video. But I was talking to this fella there and he said, listen, he went, if you want like ingredient for like, you know, Indian cooking, Pakistani cooking, or anything like that, he went, just go out market on weekend. He said, anything that you want, you can get. So I got some material from Oldham Market last weekend, and I've got some footage that I'm going to put in a video soon. I just need to get around to doing it. And then, anyway, so yeah, I got some last week. I practiced with that, and then I've decided to, what's the word? It's thrown me because Julian Forrest had just become a member. Thanks, Julian. It's all lit up green on this side. I have to start doing, I'm going to start doing specific stuff for members. In fact, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to commit to doing something this weekend. I'll have to now because you become a member, so I'll definitely do that. But yeah, I'm going to go Rotherham. I'm going to get some more material, and then I'm going to do that dress to that pattern. Let's have a look. Wonk donk. Fun fact, I'm 1 day older than ex-Prince Harry. Ex-Prince Harry? Crumble. Yeah, what did I say, Sue? Did I say something else? You know what I'm like. I just sometimes don't even know what I'm saying. Tayyib Hussein, sorry, what's the best thing you've cooked and gave yourself a big pat on the back? Years ago, I cooked a Fessenjan. Fessenjan is a very difficult meal to make, and it's Iranian. I made a Fessenjan, but I've done other stuff. I did a beautiful carrot cake, which is up on channel. I was really happy with that. I made ginger biscuits for the first time. Everything that I do for the first time when it comes out, I tend to be like quite proud of and happy with. But the weirdest thing is I never cook it again. Very rarely cook it again. But that's probably because I'm always trying something new. Troopers, Travels and Raw Marsh Explorer. You'll have to tell me what that's all about. Maybe it's too much for text. A good graveyard for you to visit would be Raw Marsh Parish Church, lots of Victorian ones too. Whereabouts is Rawmarsh? Jules KK5, well done. Oh, you're crafting, Jules, what you making? So, what else did I have to tell you, everybody? So, yeah, tomorrow is going to be rhubarb from the garden, crumble, which I'm going to make from the ingredient in the cupboard, custard that I'm going to make from the ingredient in the cupboard and the fridge, and then I'll put the video out. This weekend there's going to be a couple of videos, so I might be in Oldham Sunday. If I'm in Oldham on Sunday, I'm supposed to be seeing my friend Lou, but I don't know if that's still going ahead because it's dependent on her work, you know, Lou from Lou's Life. Diet Cherry Coke or Pepsi. So yeah, so if I do come to Oldham on Sunday, it's going to be raining apparently, but I'm not bothered. I've been threatening to do this video. It's on Oldham's cotton trade. Now, you might be thinking, Sarah, we know all about it. We know about the cotton trade. The night you can tell us about it, blah, blah, blah. Well, actually, there is. I've got a fact that I'm really confident that not many of you are aware of, or if any of you are at all aware of. I've done some deep research and found something out that's very, very exciting. Not too far from you, really, on the way to Parkgate, top of hill. I don't know where Parkgate is, and I can't look on my phone. Where's Parkgate then? So, what else? I did have actually quite a lot I wanted to talk to you about, and now my mind's gone completely blank. Right, yeah, a couple of things. So, what does everyone think about me getting a dog when I get back from Egypt? So, if you've been watching, you'll know that I had Teddy a few months ago. I'd love to have Teddy, but Sarah's not for giving him up, and I don't blame her. And he's her dog; he lives with her. But I'm thinking I want a little dog, you know, because well, I can have one. I've not got Bobson anymore. Have you seen his picture over there, everybody? I put his picture in corner. Look. I don't like the candles. They're not. It looks like I'm holding like a ritual above his picture. I'm not. The candles are for something else, but I just put them there. But yeah, my little Bobby's gone now, and it's been some months, and I think I really enjoyed having Teddy. I enjoyed like taking him out, and I don't mind if it's raining, you know, or snowing. I'll just get a little dog. But this is the weirdest thing, right? You know, I live alone. I've got no other pets. I could afford a dog. I'm happy to go and walk a dog. I can get it medicine and vets if it needs it. I can look after a dog. Like, it's not a problem. But like when I try and approach, what I wanted to do, I wanted to get like a dog from a dog's home. Like I got Bobby from Oldham Cats. He was 6 when someone gave Bobby up, and I took him and I had him until he was 21. You know, and Bobby lived a very, very long life, and I looked after him, and you know, we had a wonderful life together, me and Bob's. But so my thought process now is, all right, maybe I should just get a dog at this stage. You know, like if I'm going to have a pet, I really enjoyed having Teddy, and I think, yeah, I'll get a dog. You know, I can loads of places I can take it round here. You know, anyway. The point is, I approached some of these local charities, and they seem that they don't want to give me a dog because I haven't got an enclosed garden. So I get it, you haven't got an enclosed garden, but just because I haven't got an enclosed garden doesn't mean that the dog can't go out and pee and I'll clean up after it. I just don't get it. You know, like me and Teddy didn't have a problem. You know, I sort of tried it with him to see how things worked out, and I got up in the morning, I opened the door, he went out, he had a pee. He didn't usually bob until like in the afternoon. Sometimes he wouldn't even pee at morning. He was a bit strange, our Ted. But I'd take him out for a pee, we'd come back in, you know, I'd do my work or whatever, and then in my break I'd take him out. Anyway, it worked, but I want to give a dog that needs a home, like an old dog, maybe one that's 4 or 5, I'm not bothered. I'll give an old dog a home. When I say old, at like 4 or 5, because that's middle age for a dog, innit? They only live to like 10, 11, 12, whatever. But I'm happy to do that, but I just can't get anyone to give me a dog. It's really strange. Let's have a see what we're saying here. Troopers Travels, we've done that one. Oh, about 30 minutes, I'd say, from Worsbrook. Right. Right, do me a favour. Oh. Can you email, would you mind either attaching a message after this thing's finished, because it'll disappear, all the text disappears and I can't get it. And I've got nothing to write it down, and all my stuff's upstairs. Should I go upstairs and get the pen? Hang on. And I'll get that book on vinegar as well. Hang on. There was something on the stair then. I just don't know if you heard me swearing. I stood on it and it hurt. Let's have a look here now. I thought I got my glasses. I meant to get them. Rawmarsh Parish Church. Let me write that down. I'll have a look. How old are the greys there? Oh, that's what wound me up the other day. I'll tell you a tale in a minute, everybody. Right, let's have a look. Sue Southern will always love the Bobster. Oh, you know, I was talking to my friend Claire, who lives in Failsworth. I've not seen her for ages since I moved up here, and like I'm busy, she's busy, and she's a really good mate. But I'd not even told her that Bobby had died. So we were talking last night on WhatsApp, and you know, I was saying, oh, you know, like I've not got animals now, and we were talking. I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was something, and I mentioned, and she went, "Oh, where's Bobby?" And I've not even told her. But I know I'm over it now because, you know, I weren't over it for ages. It was horrible, but I know that I am now because I can just talk about it normally. But the other thing, I know it's the Out Classic, but he was 21. You know, he was 21, and he were never poorly. Like, he just didn't get poorly, Bobby. He was very, very healthy, and I think, and he just went like that, you know. And I think that was probably why it was more shocking, you know, like, it's like anyone in it. It's like if it's a friend or a member of the family, if they get poorly and you can see the decline, you can get ready for it. But when like 1 week, you know, he's fine, jumping about on, you know, you've seen him on lives and stuff, and then within like 2 or 3 weeks, that's it. It's just, but it just shows you, you know, how quick people are. Well, how quick things can happen. So, but like I said, I don't get sad about it now because I just think, you know what, he was 21 and he lived a good life. So that's all I can do. All I could do was give him a good life, and I think I did that. So, Travellers, Rawmarsh Explorer, High Street, Rawmarsh, Rotherham. Well, I'm going Rotherham weekend, so I'll definitely 100% go and have a look at that. The Church of St Mary, the Virgin, Rawmarsh. So Julian Forrest, groomer, question mark, good pair. Don't know what you mean by that, Julian. Don't know what you mean. Wonk Donk, Okie Dokie says, can't keep saying Troopers Travel and Royal March Explorer. Well, actually, I can and I will. Okay. Okie Dokie, I think he said. Okie Dokie. Wonk Donk, my last dog I lost to cancer at 13 years, and I waited nearly 3 years before I got another. But I'm glad I waited, because poor bugger I got now was locked in a cage. Oh, never. Never. You know, some people are really cruel, and I can understand people wanting to keep the dogs in cages overnight, you know, if they're little bleeders and, you know, they're doing stuff. I get that. I personally wouldn't do it, but I understand why people do. But then let the dog out, you know what I mean? Let it out, and, you know, like my friend, she puts her dogs in overnight, but they've got the water and they've got the puppy pads, and it's a whopping big pad, you know, cage, and she's done it since they were puppies, so to them it's just normal. But yeah, some practices are really cruel, and this is I want to give the home to a dog who needs a home. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not opposed to like going out there and getting a puppy, but I don't really want a puppy. I want a dog that needs a home. I've always been that way. But it looks like I might have to just go and get a puppy, which is ridiculous, really, because I can give it a good home. But there you go. I love pets, says Jules. But it's awful when they die. It is. But it's awful when, like, a friend dies, isn't it? You know, I mean, I've not talked about this on the channel. Maybe, I don't think I have. I had a very, very good friend. When he was alive, he was really private, so I'm going to respect that, and I'm not going to say his name, but I can tell you, I can give you an idea of who he was. So I met him in Ampersand nightclub in Manchester back in, oh God, early 2000s, and he was a student at Manchester University, and I was just out with a night out with my cousin and our mates, and I was at the bar, and you know, and he was about 6'3", something like that, and he came over to the bar, and he was really, really handsome, and he started talking to me for some reason, and I was like, wow. Anyway, it turns out he's Portuguese, and it was just really nice, and I don't even think I got his phone number. What happened was, we were talking, all of his friends were there, and then he just disappeared. I ended up getting gassed in there that night. Someone came in and CS gassed everybody. It was awful. I think that was my friend's husband, who now has passed away. He was DJing in there that night. It was quite a big deal to DJ in there. He was a good DJ. Anyway, my friend, we didn't really have a relationship. We ended up just being friends. It was a strange one, really. But anyway, he ended up moving back to Porto in Portugal, and he was a very, very clever person. He was a doctor. He got his degree, or whatever it is that professors get. He was a professor, basically. And he worked at Porto University. He was a lecturer there, a professor of electrical engineering, and he did a lot with, you know, the windmills, the generated power. He was just a really good friend, and he was a very, 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 very kind person. Anyway, he was younger than me. I think he was a couple of years younger than me. Was it last Christmas? No, I think he'll have been dead. He died, basically, all of a sudden, early 40s, and yeah, no one knows why. They said he died suddenly. They didn't say it was a, you know, but I think it was a problem. But my point is, like, you know, it's sad when anybody dies, isn't it? You know, you're not expecting it, and things happen, and you know. So anyway, right. So let's have a look here. This is going a bit miserable, this frigging lead. Let's pick it up a bit. Did you ever get round to checking Dublin Chapel? I don't even ring the bell with me, that. So I mustn't have put it in my book, but I'm going to put it on my pad. And I'm going to have a look into that. So the answer's no, I haven't. But that's because I've not been in my book. I've got a book upstairs and it's full. of ideas for videos. Honest to God, I reckon I've got 40 videos up there. I just need to get round to doing it. A lot of them are in Oldham. Let's have a look. There's loads of all the grades in the church too. It says Troopers Travels and Raw Marsh Explorer. That's the ones you were telling about, weren't you? I'll have to have a good look. Oh, Dob Lane near McDonald's on Oldham Road. You're talking about the one, I remember now. You're talking about the one where they took all the gravestones away and you think they've left, or they took the church away and you say they've left the graves. Is that right? Sue, plenty of furry little souls need good homes, so I agree with you, Sue, 100%. Large cameraman says hi, hello. And Wonk Donk, I'm thinking of getting another dog to give mine a wee pal. And she stops pestering me. Yeah, I think there's, I think it's good to have a couple if you can. If there was two in the home that needed a home, I would be happy to home two. I did used to have two dogs years ago, Carla and Roy. He was actually called Percival. That's what I called him. But somehow his name got changed to Roy. I still can't remember how. I think it was my friend Carl that named him that, and it just sort of stuck. Laughing my ass off. We top comment out here. Shout out Kieran. Hello, shout out to Maria, please, on her. Yeah, I don't think I'll be reading out that one. Vile. Troopers Travel and Raw Marsh Explorer. Sometimes they're best friends that never let you down. True. Very true. Very true. Jules is going. Bye, Sarah. Got to catch you again soon. No problem. Thanks, Jules. You probably already left. I'm so sorry, but it's been lovely to chat as always. Troopers Travels and Raw Marsh Explorer says, oh, bless. And Wonk Donk. Sarah, you ever been to Lincoln Cathedral? Lincoln Cathedral. I'm hesitating because I get Lincoln confused with. I don't know if I have been to Lincoln Cathedral. There's one that I'm thinking of, and it's a bit. Is it a wreck? If it's a wreck, then yes. If it's not a wreck, then no. Lorenzo, have you done Failsworth and Gorton Cemetery, Sarah? Some very interesting graves. Right, so I've been around Failsworth Cemetery, and there's a big, massive grave in there, and it's the grave of a cotton spinner who was born in Moston, lived in Moston. I don't know why he's buried in Failsworth. He had a big, massive mansion house in Moston. The house is gone now. The other graves, I don't know why I looked at that one. I think maybe I popped in and thought I'll have a look, and that was when I lived in Oldham. I don't think I ever got around to doing a video, so that is a really good shout. And I don't know where Gorton Cemetery is, even though I lived in Gorton for many years. I can't think where it is, but that would be an excellent one to do. Whereabouts is Gorton Cemetery? It's got to be. It's not down near. It's not down towards the hospital way, is it? You know, down towards Rusholme, where Rusholme joins Gorton. Let me know. Sarah, when will you do another live? I'm still doing this one. I don't know. There's no timetable to it because, you know, like it depends. Whether I do a live depends on a couple of things, like, you know, what's my day been like at work? You know, am I worn out? Do I actually have anything to say? You know, like I don't always have something to say. Although when I start talking, I just tend to blabble on. But I'm trying to do one at least once a week. Because I just think it's good just to, you know, just to chat, and I get to, like, you know, hear from everyone else who watches the channel, and under normal circumstances I don't have that privilege, do I? Because unless it's in the comments. The other thing that I was thinking of doing but I just don't have the following for it. It just doesn't make sense. I think if you use Patreon, and that's not to charge out for Patreon, you can do it. I'm pretty sure you can do it for nothing, or you know, it might just be a minimal charge that they want you to charge. I don't know. I'd have to have a look into it. But I know that you can do like, you know, set up like, you know, meetings where you all go on like a Google Meet and stuff, so everyone's on camera. I don't know. Maybe we'll do something like that in the future, but I'm just not that big of a YouTuber, to be fair, for it to be something that I could even take seriously at the moment. So, what does that say? Troopers and travel. Oh, hang on, no, I'm missing some. Troopers and Travels and Royal Marsh Explorer. Have you been to Haworth Bootle Chapel? Yes, I've done Haworth. I did a video on Haworth about 4 years ago before I moved to Barnsley. I don't think I honed in so much on the graveyard there. I did do some graves in there. I don't know if I researched them in the same way that I normally do. I don't know why I wouldn't have done that though, so I can't remember. I know that I went through the graveyard. I didn't bother going into Vicarage, you know, the Bronte house. But I did have a walk around the streets, and there was a fella, a right character, who came up and started talking to me. And I think I bought some pies while I was there and stuff. So, yeah. Also, Heppenstall, King Dave Grave, and Cynthia Payne Poet. Is that up there? Lorenzo Fufu Lamar, the entertainer, buried in Gorton. Never! Of course he is. Fufu, yeah. David Jones from the Monkeys, Ashes. Never. I knew he was from Manchester, David Jones. I didn't know they brought him back. Gorton Sem, just near Reddish. Hang on, it's flicked up. Gorton Sem, just near Reddish. Mid-Hyde Road, next to Debdale Park. Still don't know where it bleeding is. I know where Debdale Park is, obviously, and Reddish. I used to live in Reddish. Did I used to work in Reddish as well? No, but I used to live there. I had a couple of houses in there. No, one. Anyway, I still can't think where it is. I'm going to have to go now. Next time I go down Oldham Way, I might have a drive past and just have a quick look. But I'll definitely do a video on it, because I reckon there's, you know, aside from Fufu and stuff like that, there's going to be some really interesting graves in there, guaranteed, you know, from Oldham. I'll tell you what's a shame. You know where where bus station is on Hyde Road, and you've got the right turn that you can take that takes you down towards Westway Nissan. You know, PC World, it used to be on corner Ancoats, takes you down to Ancoats. Where that girls' school is on the corner that burnt down, well, almost burnt down years ago, behind it was an old graveyard. And I think it was opened early 1800s, but in the 60s they cleared it out and made way for a playing field. All that history wiped. There's a book online, or there was someone online that had pictures, or there is a book. Someone showed me pictures. There's a book that records some of the gravestones that were once there. I'd love to get my hands on it. Let's have a look. These are going on. Wonk Donk, no, it's massive and still standing. It's one of the few King Henry VIII didn't knock down. It's awe-inspiring inside. Took my breath away. Right, I'm gonna have a look at that. Yeah, because he got rid of loads, didn't he? It's funny actually, because when I visited Silkstone Church, the fella in there, I think he was on camera talking about Henry VIII, how that church obviously has been there longer than him. We've been there since like 11 or 1200s. It was recorded in the Doomsday Book of 1099. I think it was 1099 Doomsday Book, weren't it? Anyway, or 1098. Is it 1098? Or was it 1066? No, I don't know. Can't remember what date the Doomsday Book was, but the Doomsday Book sounds like it's something, but for those of you might not know, the Doomsday Book is essentially like a census of buildings and places, and the king commissioned it to find out who had what, and then the taxes came thereafter. But anyway, yeah, Henry VIII, he stripped everything, didn't he, from out the churches when he got rid of the Catholic faith, and we went to Church of England. Lorenzo, Pauline Reed also sadly buried in Gorton, and many of my family members. Pauline Reed. Who's Pauline Reed? I know who Pauline Reed is. I think about her off Birds of a Feather, the bigger one, but I'm pretty sure she's still alive. I can't think who Pauline Reed is, but I know who Pauline Reed is, if you know what I mean. Evening. God, evening. I hate this. I wish I had my computer working. Hi, Stevie boy. Taim, did you hear about the baker who robbed a bank? Came in with buns. Buns blazing. Hey, Taib, I've got that book here. Vinegar. Let's have a look. There's all different things about it. You know, health and beauty. Here we go. Age, spots, arthritis, athlete's foot, asthma, boils, cough, corn and callus, constipation, cold sore, cholesterol, bruising, bones, cough, cuts and break. This is what vinegar can cure, by the way, everybody. Dentures, deodorant, diabetes, diarrhea, digestion, ear wash, ear glasses, eyes, fatigue, foot odor, free radicals, gallstones, hemorrhoids, hair. Here we go. Dandruff. Are you ready? I can't see, so I'm having to do that where you hold it away. To give your dandruff the brush off, follow up each shampoo by rinsing in a solution made of equal parts apple cider vinegar and water. You can also fight dandruff by applying 3 tablespoons of vinegar onto your hair and massaging into your scalp before you shampoo. Wait a few minutes and then rinse it out and wash as usual. So before you get in the shower, Taib, wash some vinegar on your head, and then after a few minutes, wash it out with shampoo, according to this book and these people. Well, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. It's really good to clear your hair as well. You know, like vinegar is really good for like everything. Troopers Travels near Hebden Bridge. Oh, okay. Lorenzo, there's a McDonald's on the corner of Hyde Road. The cemetery is literally back onto the houses opposite the backing onto Fallowfield Loop. I know that McDonald's you mean. You're talking about the one that's not the one that's up near Failsworth. Is that one the one you're talking? Not in Failsworth, but like there's one just on the other side of the crossroads. Is that the one you mean? Oh God, yeah, Pauline Reed, most murderous victim. Of course, I knew the name. Keith, not Keith Bennett, sorry. Is it John Kilbride? He's in Ashton Cemetery. I've seen his grave. I keep meaning to go back to that cemetery and do a video. Not to video his, although I probably would video his. I don't really do modern graves, and I consider his grave a modern one. But yeah, it's terrible what them people did to them people. 1085, the Doomsday. Thank you very much, Wonk Donk. I knew it was 10 summer. I didn't do two. I said 1086. Oh no, 1086. I said 1086. Did I say 1086? Oh, I can't remember. Lorenzo, the apple cider vinegar I've started on, if that's any good. Yes. So, apple cider vinegar. Let's just go back to the health and beauty section. This is what it says here. Shall I just read it to you very quickly, everyone? Apple cider vinegar has been used since around 3000 BC before Christ. Because of its powerful healing and remedial qualities, the health benefits that come along with using apple cider vinegar as a healing agent are plentiful. It benefits not only men, women and children, but can be a great benefit to the health of animals. It's a powerful elixir and naturally occurring antibiotic. A wonderful benefit of apple cider vinegar is that it's extremely helpful for people with arthritis. It breaks down calcium deposits while remineralizing bones. Some external benefits of apple cider vinegar include the soothing of irritated skin, the relief of muscle pain from exercise, and it helps maintain healthy skin and promotes youthful, healthy bodies. I mean, there's literally a full page. I'm not going to read it all to you, but in short, apple cider is just brilliant. Lorenzo, think I've seen you do Southern Sam. Some more amazing graves in there from the Manchester music scene, like Martin Hannett, Rob Gretton, Tony Wilson. Who's Rob Gretton? Well, who's Martin Hannett as well? I don't know their names. I probably know who they are. I'm just not too sure about their names. I'm sorry. Can you tell me who they are? I saw Anthony Wilson's grave. I found that just by a chance. I didn't manage to find Lowry's grave when I was down there. I did find John Rowland's grave. He's the man who started Rowland's. Well, actually, his wife did it when he died. She started Rowland's Library, didn't she, in his name? In Manchester. That's a beautiful building. That really is beautiful. There's some brilliant graves. My friend Dave. Dave's wonderful. He gave me my most treasured possession. It really is, in terms of like my my love for history and stuff. He gave me a book, and it's by a man called James Middleton, and he wrote this book in 1902. And Dave told me the story, and he has 2 copies, and he said, you can have this copy. And it's a bit worn, but bearing in mind it's like 100 and odd years old. And was it 1902 or 1912? I think it was 1902 or 1903. It's a very, very old book. Anyway, he gave me this book, and he told me the story, and he said, Sarah, when this book was written by the author couldn't find enough money to publish it. So the author had done all of the work, and the book's on the history of Oldham, by the way. And it looked at the history of Oldham with a fairly recent eye, because it talks about, like, you know, the John Platt time, and you know, I'm not going to go into it now, but like Ace Lee's, you know, all of that, and he and then that were before like the war and stuff, you know, that weren't even in. It's amazing. Anyway, he told me the story. These people couldn't get he couldn't get the book published. So what he did is he went round all the bigwigs in Oldham and asked them to donate. Now, one of them that donated to the cost of the printing of the book was his ancestor. And in the front of the book's been printed a few times, but this is an original copy, and it's actually a copy that the author came round to his ancestor's house and gave him 2 copies. And some people, depending on how much money they gave towards the printing of this book, he gave them 1 or 2 copies. And the other person that that contributed towards it was Winston Churchill, because he was, of course, MP of Oldham. That's where he started his political career. So, yeah. Let's see what we're doing. I'm probably going to wind it up soon, because I can see everyone's going now. So obviously I'm getting horrifically boring. But from Manchester music scene, Martin Hannett worked at Strawberry Studio. Oh right, yeah, in Stockport. I used to work at Nissan just round the corner from there. I think 10cc did their album there as well, didn't they, at Strawberry? Joy Division. Rob Getton was Joy Division and New Order manager. Ah, right, okay. Hannett also produced Happy Mondays. I know the Happy Mondays, yeah. A friend of mine, well, he's like more like a family member, but he's friends with he's in the music scene, so he's friends with all of them. But I know he's friends with most of the people in Happy Mondays. Enjoying your wonderful live feed with a glass of red, lol. Apparently good for dementia. Yes, it is. And something else. I wonder if vinegar is good for dementia. Should we have a look? It doesn't say. Good for cold sores. You can put it on a cold sore, apparently. That gets rid of cold sores. You know, I used to get cold sores all the bleeding time. Right here. there on that lip, always in the same place. It never moved, it never come up anywhere else, but I've not had one for years. Now I've mentioned it, I'll probably end up getting one. It's 2023 and people still believe in viruses. I'm staying away from that one, Dave. I'm staying away from it. Oh, so, I'll probably wind up soon, everybody, because I think I'll go and get a bath. And it's been lovely being on. I'm going to probably call it quits at that because I want to, I want to pour a bath and, you know, put my creams on and stuff. And I want to wash my hair because if you've seen it, it's all bitty and that means it's like getting dirty. So yes, tomorrow I will be making that little bit of homegrown. You know, I've had that plant 2 years, and that's the first time I've been able to get anything off it. But yeah, I'm gonna make rhubarb and crumble tomorrow with custard, homemade. I'm gonna go to Rotherham weekend, and I'm gonna buy some more material, and then I'm gonna make a start on making this dress here. There's a few actually on there that I can't, you know, they're all really nice. You can they're all, if you look at clothes, they're all the same shape, just the material that changes. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to Rotherham, and while I'm in Rotherham, I'm gonna check out that place that was suggested. But also, I'm going to do a historical look around Rotherham because I believe that in the town centre, you know, there's going to be lots of historical places that I can look at. I've done graveyards in Rotherham before, so it might be that I might be able to find some local connections. Who knows? Troopers Travels, it's a great live feed, this, and great to hear all these stories. Oh, thank you. If you're going to do Rotherham, the parish church is on the way. Right, okay. I'll tell you what else I want to do in Rotherham. You know that that big church? It's a beautiful spire. You know the one I mean, the big one. Man in Glasgow walks into a cake shop. He goes, "Is that a custard or a meringue?" Shopkeeper goes, "No, you're the wrong. No, you're not wrong. It's a custard. It's a custard. No, you're not wrong. It's a custard." Oh, I don't get it. No, you're not wrong. I don't get it. Am I being thick? Man in Glasgow, right, Scotsman. A Scottish man walks into a cake shop. He goes, "Is that a custard or a meringue?" Shopkeeper goes, "No, you're not wrong. It's a custard." I don't get it. I'm sorry, Lorenzo. I want to properly do Highgate Cemetery. You know, I'm going to do Highgate Cemetery again because there was a lot that I didn't get round, but I'm going to do it on my own this time. And what I mean by that, I went with my mother last time. I mean, my mum loves Highgate, you know, I don't mean it like that, but when I go with other people and do videos, like in places like that where I could probably do with spending quite a few hours, I always feel like I didn't want to keep my mum there too long. Do you know what I mean? So I think when I go back next time, I'll go and probably do it by myself. But yeah, I like the other side where I was. I mean, I just walking around and I found the grave of the man who did the facade of Buckingham Palace, and then there was the other one who was I can't remember his name. I can't remember any of the names, unfortunately, but I know there was the guy on there who's got a big, beautiful tomb. You could see light in the top of it, you know, and he was a proper like cavalryman. You know, he'd fought in these not wonderful wars, but these historical wars, and then those the Circle of Lebanon. You know, I've wanted to go to Circle of Lebanon since I used to watch like Tales from Crypt when I was a kid. And to be there, it was just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Meringue is, I am wrong. Oh, I get it right. It's the only way they say them, as Frank Carson would say. My great grandmother was a Glaswegian. I never met her. She died. Well, she died before me. I think she died before my mum was born. She died very young. My granddad said she was absolutely worn out, and I think she was in her 40s when she died. She was called Annie Grant Stewart, and apparently you couldn't understand a word she was saying. Like, you could not understand it. Her Scottish accent was that strong. And my great grandfather was an Irishman, so you can imagine what it was like in that house. Lorenzo, I want to visit Oliver Reed's grave in Ireland too, in Cork, apparently opposite his favourite pub. Now I'm surprised that Oliver Reed is buried in Ireland, because Oliver Reed had that house called Broome Hall. But I know that I know that it's the reason why he's buried in Ireland. And if you know, let me know, because I'm sure I read about it. But yeah, I actually looked for his grave once because I like Oliver Reed. I think he's fabulous. I think he's a brilliant actor. I like the scene out of Women in Love where he's doing a fight completely naked with that other actor who's really good looking. Both of them are dead now. What's the other actor called? Oh God, he played Vic in A Kind of Loving. Oh, he's a brilliant actor, and I feel ashamed I can't remember his name. Alan Bates. He lives in the village. Oh, he sold Broome, did he? I'm surprised. I didn't think he'd sell Broome, but maybe it just got a bit too much for him. Was a regular in the pub. Oh, right, okay. Well, that doesn't surprise me. They were always boozing. My mum's husband, stepfather, he used to be in the Royal Navy. And while he was out on, I don't know what they call it, while he was out on the ship, they'd called in at this dock, and Oliver Reed came into the pub and bought all the lads a pint each. He was that type of person. And what's weird about that story, this was like back in the 70s when he did that, or 80s. What's weird about that story, I'm pretty sure he was boozing with men from the Navy when he died, wasn't he? Alan Bates. Well, I've had cake now. I'm getting my boots on and I'm going out for a walk. The mutty, so take it easy, guys, and take it. Oh, thanks, Wonk Donk. Enjoy your walk. And I wish I could have a piece of cake. I'm still on this bleeding diet, but I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that tomorrow, definitely. Troopers Travels, big mate with Alex Higgins. I can believe that. Yeah, I can definitely believe that. So I think that's it, everybody. I hope it's not been too boring. I know some people have said that they liked it. I didn't really have much to say when I came on. I wanted to show you what I've done in the kitchen. I wanted to tell you what I was doing tomorrow, and I wanted to let you know what was happening this weekend. And I just wanted a general chit chat and a catch up. So yeah, it's been lovely. I'm going to call it quits at that. And I don't know, I'm definitely doing the videos over the weekend. I'll at least get one of them up over the weekend, and then probably one early week, if because I'll be running around here, there, and everywhere. And I want to edit them up. I don't just throw them up raw. And that's it. So hope you're good, Sarah. Take care, and thanks for the live. Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone who's watched tonight and chatted. It's been lovely, and loads of messages. And yeah, it's been nice for me as well. So we'll call it quits at that, everybody, and I'll see you over the weekend with God knows what I come up with. Thanks.